Hi, this is Dana Linton. I'm here at the RT Convention in beautiful Los Angeles, California. And today I have Anne Elizabeth with me. And you are a comic writer. You write for RT Magazine.
Correct.
And the other thing is, tell me.
Romance author.
Well, duh. Romance author. You're just a Girl Friday. You do it all.
Absolutely.
Now, Anne, you know that you're one of my favorite people in the whole wide world.
Oh, goodness.
I just adore you. It's true. It really is true. And you write in a couple of different genres. You've got the historical romance, and you've also got the comic. Which are your favorites?
I love all of it. The comics give me an opportunity to really explore my paranormal muse, and I write for the YA audience, so for teens, which also means it translates to adults. And that's a story I started in high school. So for all of those aspiring authors out there, if you have a dream, a story that stays with you through the years, through the decades, or one you just think of every night, keep working on it, keep writing. Sherilyn Kenyon once gave me the greatest advice, which was, if you love it, always keep it. And I really do. I love the Pulse of Power world, and the first book was done by Dynamite, and the rest of the series was picked up by Sea Lion Books.
So the DeBell brothers bought Sea Lion Books, or how did that work?
The DeBell brothers had their own company, and they were bought by Dynamite. So Dynamite Entertainment essentially bought my contract when they bought the Dable brothers. And the two older brothers, Les and Ernst, became consultants to Dynamite. And then their younger brother, David, who was very interested in the industry, actually took one of their professional friends and formed their own company called Sea Lion. And now they're sweeping the New York Times bestsellers list, putting together projects. They're doing Rochelle Mead's project, Aaron Warner, who is the Academy Award winner for Shrek, did a book called Pariah, which comes out in June. And actually, I interviewed him for the June issue of RT Book Reviews magazine. And in the May issue, I had the privilege of interviewing Anne Rice. And her books, some of them were originally adapted into comic books and have since gone out of print, are now, all of her books are going to be put into comics, and she's working on those deals right now. And as a comic fan and author, I'm excited to see them.
So do you think that doing these interviews for RT Magazine has helped or hindered your career?
I think it's just a different aspect of my career. I love writing the news column. I love doing the exclusives. It hones my writing skills. My editor is Faggy Levy, who is a brilliant editor. And then in doing the comic writing, my editor is Elisa Quitney. And I think good editors help you be a better writer. And as a writer, it's your job to be creative, but also to really jump into the fray with both feet and be very bold. Good editors really enhance that boldness as well as the storyline. And I love them both to pieces.
And they encourage that creativity.
They definitely do. I've learned many things from both of them. Elisa was an editor at DC Comics for 9 years, as she edited Neil Gaiman, and she's written her own books, and a terribly brilliant woman who, you know, we sit down to have a craft discussion, and I literally find myself excited and taking notes and just going an extra mile. And another wonderful aspect is that I've had a lot of terrific feedback from fans. And so fans really talk about the aspects they like. In Pulse of Power, which is the first book that came out in October, they really love the store of Vivant, which is the sentient supernatural store. So the store is alive. It's in essence a character, a creature. And they had a lot of fun. There were creatures in the store, and the store was a creature, and there was all this magic, and it ended up being a lot of fun.
And I'll bet that your readers really like the idea, that the fact that your heroine is such an empowered young lady.
Absolutely. I tend to read books that I find personally empowering. I love Kathy Maxwell's historicals. She always writes about women who have a sense of humor, who feel good about themselves, who realize their power for happiness has to be in their own hands, that they have to take a proactive role in their own lives. And I love that sense of empowerment translating through in my own personal life as well as my writing. And I think it's terribly important.
And you've got this really strong character at home, this hunk of a husband, and you've written some books that benefit the military, is that right?
Yes, yes.
Special Ops series. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Certainly, certainly. There's 3 books that have been done: Operation Love, For Your Heart Only, and a Holiday Op. And a portion of the proceeds support the Special Operations Warrior Foundation, which provides scholarships to kids whose special operations fathers were killed in action or in battle, and also provides immediate financial assistance. And this is across the board. So you have the Navy, the Army, the Air Force, the Marines, the Coast Guard. Did I get them all? I mean, the Coast Guard. Yes. And it's a terrific opportunity to really support people. The purpose of the collections was to educate the community on special ops, to celebrate the genre of romance, and to start getting a little funding coming in. And we found a small house called Highland Press who was willing to let a portion of the proceeds go to them. And that's been terribly fun. And actually right now we're looking for a new house for the rest of the collections. And so we're very excited about it. And we actually have lists and lists and lists of authors who would like to contribute stories, because it's worthwhile. It supports people who I believe really do such an important and dangerous job. So, and it hits close to home.
Okay. So you and I have chit-chatted about our experience at Comic-Con, and you like going. So a lot of people have no idea what happens. Can you tell us a little bit about what happens at Comic-Con?
Oh my goodness. Comic-Cons are, it's Walt Disney World for grown-ups. It's costumes and fun and books and movies, and very high on the entertainment factor. I've run into Nathan Fillion, literally run into Nathan Fillion. So for those Firefly and Castle fans out there, he is the hero in that several times. And I always usually just sort of stare at him and I'm like, oh, hi. And so, but it's a really wonderful opportunity to see what's out new in publishing, because most of the publishing world shows up for Comic-Cons, both in New York City and in San Diego. In San Diego, a large percentage of Hollywood actually comes. So you might have DreamWorks or some of the big studios talking about their motion pictures. I love going because as a member of the press, which I am for RT Book Reviews magazine, I have an opportunity to go and do some really fantastic interviews. And I also get a chance to see Sherilyn Kenyon. And I also love having an opportunity to sign some promo for fans on Pulse of Power. So that's been very fun.
It's a lot of fun, and Anne, again, you're one of my favorite people, and I really appreciate you coming on the show today. Thank you.
It's been an honor to be here. Thank you for asking me.